Hi everyone, I'm Ja-Nae Duane, president and founder of Wild Women Entrepreneurs. It's been a long day taping, so I figured I'd rest while I taped my bio. A little background information on me. I'm from West Haven, Connecticut. Woo, go Westies. I am single and looking. Likes, dislikes, hobbies. I love being an entrepreneur, and I am a workaholic because it's not work. It's a lot of fun, and it's, to see women achieve things that they've been dying to achieve, and that's why I do this. Hobbies. I love to read. I love to hike. I love to swim, and I love to study quantum physics. I am determined to come up with the M theory. So, watch out, MIT. So how wild we began. So interesting, particularly since we're almost 3 years old now. I was running offline events for Rise.com, and I noticed that men and women network differently. I also noticed that women didn't necessarily know where to find the resources that they needed in order to achieve their business, or if they had those resources, even if it was something small like childcare, they didn't necessarily know what to do with it. So I was looking at all these things and I said, wow, I'm a professional opera singer, but I'd really love to give back. I'd really love to help people, not just women, but women in particular, really achieve what they're looking to achieve in life. So I approached 3 other women, including Kate Powers, who's on our board, and I said, look, we really need to do something about it. And it's really our obligation as women in today's society. So they were on board, and combined, with our combined efforts, we started Wild We with $100, and now we have 45 chapters in 6 countries, and there's more to come. Hence why I'm lying down. Something people don't know about me. Oh, well, a lot. I'm very private, actually, though no one would really know that. So I guess that is something that people don't know about me. Oh, I'm an ordained minister. And the reason why I did that is because again, this need to help people. And I really thought that I needed a spiritual affiliation, not necessarily religious, but something to sort of mark me as a go-to person. Little did I know, you don't really need that, and you can be spiritual. But I was 21 at the time, and we all learn, and it's great. The best advice I can offer anyone is it's really twofold. One is persistence. I see so many people who give up right before it's their big break, right before things are about to happen. And I don't know if it's a fear of success. I don't know really the underlying reasons why people do this, but they do. They give up right when it's about to happen. And the thing is that true success comes from innovation. And that's number 2 as far as my 2 pieces of advice. There's more than one way to do something. So you have to think outside the box, and you have to keep trying. If you keep running into the brick wall the same way, then obviously you're going to continue to get the same result. So change up what you're doing. Be innovative, be out of the box, but never give up, because you never know how it's going to happen. Business role model. It's so funny. I actually, I never think of role models as far as business. I always think of them as far as ingenuity and leadership. And if I was to pick one, it would probably be Ben Franklin, because to me, he was the epitome of a Renaissance man, much like Leonardo da Vinci. And that's who I've always been. I'm always starting some type of endeavor. I'm always looking for new ways, new solutions to problems. And so, and I also look to history, because leaders come in different forms and different sizes. And I'd say my favorite female role model would be Queen Elizabeth I, because this woman took a country that was destitute and turned it around into the wealthiest, most influential country in the world at the time. So if Queen Elizabeth can do that, take a country that is destitute, take a country that is impoverished and needs help, and turn it into the most powerful country in the world when she wasn't even liked by any of her court. I mean, to me, that's really a businesswoman. To me, that's a role model. Oh, what's on my nightstand? What a random question. The thing that's always on my nightstand, actually, is The Alchemist. It is one of my favorite books. And there are times, particularly after a rough day, or a day that I've decided to make rough and look at the negative instead of the positive. And, that book puts me back in perspective, and it puts everything else back in perspective. It makes me realize that I am an alchemist. I've always been, because I decide on how my life is going to go. And it's just a gentle reminder of that. Oh, if I could be known for one of my life's accomplishments. I think that's a really hard question for me to answer, and I think it's a very hard question for anyone to answer. I would have to say for being prolific, because I make sure that I am individual, and I make sure that I let everyone know that this is who I am. And just because I'm different from you, and just because there are 64 crayons in the crayon box, does not mean that I'm any less of a person, and does not mean anything other than I do things in a different way, and there's 1,000,001 ways to do them. So I just make sure that I show people my true colors. Oh, my theme song. Well, some of my ex-boyfriends would call me Man-Eater. By Daryl Hall and John Oates. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that, but we'll leave that alone. My theme song would have to be Brick House, because I usually always have some type of walk, and there is music always playing in my head. So, and it's usually that song. It's either that or Kung Fu Fighting, but but whenever that plays in my head, yeah, I end up breaking something. So we'll just stick with Brick House. How people can find me? Well, obviously, I'm at thewildwee.com. But also, since I am a professional opera singer, if you want to check out my my performance site, you can go to www.Ja-Nae.com. That's JA-NAE.com. And thanks for listening, everyone.